Hey guys, so I wanted to talk to you about my nutrition, this prep. So as I mentioned in the first vlog, I'm actually working with a coach, and you know, you all know that I'm a follower and a believer of flexible dieting and counting your macros, and that has not changed at all. So don't think that I'm kind of like preaching or coaching one way and then going the opposite way for myself, because I'm not. I'm still following flexible dieting. It's just a little bit more detailed. So basically I'm hitting a set amount of macronutrients per day, really focusing on getting in a lot of nutrient dense foods though, making sure I'm hitting my micronutrients, so like plenty of green vegetables and fiber and stuff like that, getting good quality protein, so high biological value protein, so basically animal protein, for my protein servings, and then any byproducts from other macronutrients, so your carbohydrates and your fats and stuff, then that's cool. That comes along with that protein intake as well. You guys saw in the first video what I'm actually eating, or what I bought this week for my food. So it's all the same stuff that I would usually eat. I'm just being a little bit more disciplined and I guess specific about when I take in certain macronutrients for the day. So I'm having protein with every single meal, but it's really just my carbohydrate intake that I've kind of like got set out in a way that I'm going to be maximizing my efforts in the gym to make sure that I'm kind of expending as much energy as possible, still lifting as heavy as possible to maintain that muscle mass, which is obviously what I want in this prep, because the whole aim of prep, especially for me, is to, you know, I'd love to be able to put on some muscle mass still, even though, you know, that is obviously quite hard to do if you've been training for a while and you're in a calorie deficit, but you know, at the very least maintain as much muscle mass as I possibly can. And by changing your training and doing higher reps, low weight and all that type of crap, that's the fastest way to lose muscle mass and look like shit. So I'm still lifting heavy. My nutrition is right on point. So I've got different macros for, I've got 3 sets of macros, I guess. Okay, so the first one is for leg day. That's my highest calorie day of the week. And I've got 2 leg days, so 2 higher calorie days for the week. The next highest, or I guess the moderate calorie intake, is on a normal training day, and it's really not too much of a difference between a training day and leg day. Just a little bit of extra protein, to be perfectly honest. And then on my rest day, so I have 1 rest day per week. That is the lowest calorie day of the week, and it's substantially lower than the other ones, basically because I don't need that much energy intake, I guess, or calorie intake, because I'm not expending any energy on that day. And my rest day is on a Sunday, and that's the day I do try and sleep in and stuff anyway, so that's cool. You know, so it's all good. So I've got 2 high carb days, sorry, not even high carb, so just 2 high calorie days, and it is coming from extra protein before bed, and that's just so I can take care of my recovery. So I'm having a casein shake, which I showed you guys the other day, before bed on leg day, and that's really the only difference. So it's going really well. And with my training, I don't think I've really mentioned this yet, so I'll go through that now as well. And in the next video, guys, I'm going to run you through what supplements I'm using at the moment and what I will use throughout prep, so you guys have an idea of what role they play and what benefit they're having, and what is bullshit and what's really not needed. But with my training, I'm training 6 days per week. Okay, so I'm training every muscle group twice per week. And as I mentioned, the focus is to maintain strength, if not gain strength. So you know, the training really hasn't changed much, and you know, I love my training, so that's the easy part of prep. The hard part is obviously the food, and for me it's not so much hitting the calories, it's making sure that I stay on top of my time management and I get my meals prepped. And that's the hardest thing for everyone. It's not, you know, some people might think, you know, that it's a little bit easier for me because like it's my job or whatever, but it's not. It's hard. And you know, honestly, the first few days I'm struggling a little bit with time management and getting my food ready. And you know, it's not an excuse, and it's not going to be an excuse, but it is definitely a lot harder in prep because I'm so disciplined with everything I'm putting into my body during prep. So yeah, where was I? Back to training. Yeah, so cardio wise, I'm not doing anything at the moment. No cardio at all. I might even talk to the guys and ask if I can put a little bit in, maybe just 1 session a week, because I do enjoy going for a run and getting my heart rate up. But you know, at this stage, it's all good. So smooth sailing, calories are nice and high, training's really good. Only a few days in, guys, but I'm going to keep giving you these updates, and any changes I make to my training, nutrition or supplementation or anything like that, I'll keep you guys up to date so you know exactly how I'm going through this process. And it is extremely relatable to your own stuff. Obviously not on the same scale as what I'm doing, but you know, there's a few boxes. Okay, before I finish this video, I want to run through a few boxes that I make sure I tick off every single day to make sure that I'm where I need to be at the end of this 16-week prep. The first thing is my water intake, and you guys should be doing that too. So I hit my water intake. The second thing is I make sure I hit my macros. Exactly. Well, for me, I'm getting as close as I possibly can. If you're just trying to lose weight, get in shape, look really good for summer, wedding, whatever it may be, then just working within macro ranges, and that's fine. Third thing is training. Tick that off, make sure it's done. When I have cardio, it'll be get my cardio done. So that's fourth thing. The fifth thing is my sleep, and that's probably the most important out of all of them. Guys, so I'm making sure that I manage my time properly to get enough sleep, so then I have the energy, I'm recovering properly between sessions. And yeah, so, and then obviously there's a much bigger picture. I choose to do this comp prep, which I think is really important to mention. I choose to do this so those around me shouldn't have to, at this stage it's fine, but towards the end of prep when you're lean and your calories are lower, your mood's shit and you're not in as good of a mood as what you usually would be, low on energy and stuff. But I choose to do this prep, so it's up to me to make sure that the others around me don't suffer. So, my housemate Isaac, his girlfriend, my girlfriend especially, Sam, I got to make sure that they don't suffer because I chose to do a comp prep and get as lean as I can. At the moment, it's cool, it's fine, my body weight's still good, I'm not that lean yet, and my calories are high, so it's fine. But as we go through, the most important part is life in general, work-life balance, all that type of stuff. In the end of the day, it's just a comp. It doesn't really mean that much, guys. I'm just trying to make sure that I look better than what I did last time, and I want you guys to know that that's exactly the same for you. It's not the end of the world if you don't hit your macros. It's not the end of the world if you don't get to the gym today or do your cardio. As long as overall, the trend is good, you are mainly hitting your macros most days, you are getting to the gym more often than not, doing your cardio, and everyone else around you is enjoying the person you are, then that's the main thing. Anyways, this video has gone way longer than what I thought it was going to go for, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog, number 2, and I look forward to bringing you number 3.